Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Whether you're here with us in person or joining online, I'd like to thank you for joining us today for the Closing the Homework Gap presentation of a donation of devices to Hartford Public Schools. My name is Alex Post with the International WeLoveU Foundation. The International WeLoveU Foundation was established in 2001 in South Korea by the chairwoman, Gil-jah, with the mission and purpose to share a mother's love. As mothers care for every aspect of the family, the chairwoman works to care for every aspect of the global village through various humanitarian efforts. So, today, her love, which started out with those around her, has now reached hundreds of thousands of people in over 60 countries around the world. In 2018, WeLoveU became associated with the United Nations Department of Global Communications to further the chairwoman's work for the global village. Today, this event serves as proof that her love and compassion continue to make positive impacts on the lives of people, even on the other side of the world. I'm very happy to be able to share this special occasion with all of you. Today, we will be presenting 120 devices to the Hartford Public Schools, including Chromebooks, desktops, and webcams. And today, before we begin, I'd like to have a couple special guests come up. Before we present, our first speaker has been instrumental in the planning and execution of the Closing the Homework Gap program. She's an honorary board member of the WeLoveU Foundation. Would you please give a warm welcome to Ms. Carmela Liza.
Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. My name is Carmela Liza, and it is a pleasure for me to be here today as we carry out our third donation for the Closing the Homework Gap program. This program means so much to me, since it is a manifestation of the chairwoman, Gil-jah's love and concern for Hartford, Connecticut. A few months ago, in September, the WeLoveU Foundation hosted a webinar with Senator Blumenthal and with Ms. Neuchette Blacksburg on behalf of the Hartford Public Schools. The discussion helped not only me, but also 500 participants come to terms with the reality that is facing all of us during this pandemic. And I couldn't help but think about what it would be that the chairwoman would like to do to help in this situation. Over the years, Chairwoman Gil-jah has been an advocate for education in many ways. She has helped with the rebuilding of schools in disaster-stricken areas in the Philippines. She has donated school supplies in Mongolia and also installing water pumps in the schools in Laos, and also so much more. I am happy to say that the WeLoveU Foundation on the East Coast is continuing her work through the Closing of the Homework Gap program. My sincerest hope is that today, the donation event will be remembered as a testament to WeLoveU's love for Hartford student body, the families, and the teachers, and as a reminder that they are not alone. So on behalf of the chairwoman and of the WeLoveU Foundation volunteers, I would like to say that we love you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Liza. Now I'm pleased to introduce our next guest speaker, a champion for education and a proud graduate of Hartford Public Schools herself, the Superintendent of Hartford Public Schools, Dr. Leslie Torres Rodriguez. Please give her a warm welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is so great to be here. I want to thank the WeLoveU Foundation, Senator Blumenthal, and everyone who is every day committed to supporting Hartford Public Schools, our goals and our mission to ensure equity, that each and every one of our students has access to high quality teaching and learning. You know, as a product of this community, as a graduate of Hartford Public Schools, I not only have a personal mission, but a professional and leadership mission to ensure that we try to deliver on what our students deserve, that high quality teaching and learning via establishing partnerships. We cannot do this work alone. Our teachers, our staff, our administrators do an enormous amount of work, and they do it well. And we know that our families need additional support at times. We know that the work and the partnership is at the center of our success. And so when we think back to where we were pre-COVID and where we are today, we know that technology was an area that we had not tended to. We are still diligently trying to work to ensure that every student in our schools, all 17,500 of them, have a device. However, having a device, right, removing that barrier and making sure that each student has a device is one step. We also have to ensure that our students have connectivity, reliable connectivity. So I want to highlight how important that is. And I want to talk about this specific partnership, because as you're hearing me talk about the need for devices and instructional tools, connectivity is important, but the threading is the partnership. The partnership with our partners, but also with our government. So I want to acknowledge the partnership here today and what this means to us and to our students at Hartford Public Schools. Ensuring equity extends beyond devices and connectivity, because we have found that the students and the families that struggle most with connectivity are students that live in high need communities. And that translates in Hartford Public Schools as students that either have learning challenges that need additional support with their learning, students that are learning a second language, English as their second language, or students that have housing insecurity. And so we know that the work relies on a broader approach, a holistic approach to meeting the needs of all students. And so to the WeLoveU Foundation and to our other partners, we love you back. And let this partnership continue to support our students and their outcomes. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Torres Rodriguez. Up next, we have a special guest speaker with us. He actively works on closing the digital divide through various initiatives, programs, and policies. He supported WeLoveU in environmental campaigns and global forums. You may recognize him from our first Closing the Homework Gap webinar. Please welcome U.S. Senator from the state of Connecticut, the Honorable Richard Blumenthal.
Thank you so much, Alex. I'm really honored and pleased to be here with Carmela Lisa and with a great champion of public education and connectivity, our superintendent here in Hartford, Superintendent Torres Rodriguez, who is really a statewide and national leader in this effort. Let's be very blunt. One of the reasons we're here is that the federal government has failed. It has failed utterly and abjectly in its responsibility to assure connectivity. There is in this country right now a gaping digital divide between the haves and the have-nots. And all too often, the have-nots are in communities of color. There is a clear justice issue involved here. And there is, equally important, an excellence issue involved. Students cannot learn today if they are not connected. It's that simple. The pandemic has highlighted and spotlighted the need for connectivity as never before, because young people are at home learning more than before. But that digital divide and the homework gap existed even before the pandemic. And that's the reason that I've been fighting for more funds for the Lifeline program, the E-rate program, federal programs that are vital to assure connectivity. What the WeLoveU Foundation is doing today is so absolutely wonderful, because you are helping to fill that gap left by the federal government. Now, I want to salute the state of Connecticut, our governor, who has stepped up and recognized the need for state action. Just this week, announcing a major initiative in this effort. But the simple fact is the state of Connecticut can't do it alone. And partners like WeLoveU are stepping up and speaking out in a way that helps to lead this nation. These devices are more important than just their tangible help. They are a symbol of reaching out and caring in a way that is so important and fundamental to educational equity and excellence throughout our great state and country. So I'm here to say thank you. I'm feeling the love. I know it's there, and you're loved back by all of us who will benefit directly or indirectly, because it is more than the young people who will benefit. It is all of us who will enjoy the fruits of their skills, their contribution to society, and their giving back when they have the benefit of these great learning tools. So thank you to the WeLoveU Foundation. I'm always happy to partner with you. I'm really delighted to have been involved in the webinar, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you so much for being here on a cold pre-winter day, but practicing social distancing and all the safe measures that are necessary in this day and age. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator Blumenthal, not only for your words, but for your passion and commitment to this worthy cause. And now, to close our event, I'd like to introduce WeLoveU's Vice President of Community Engagement, Mr. John Casas.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming. I'm hoping that you're all enjoying this event as much as I am. I can see from your bright, smiling eyes how happy you are to be here today. As the Senator noted, even though we're all social distancing, but we can feel the warmth of people who are coming together for a cause such as this, a cause that is a worthy cause and a cause that we're all very passionate about. That's why I'd like to thank our chairwoman, Gil-jah, for her efforts and her passion in making sure that every community is loved just as a family. I'd like to also take the time to thank the Senator for joining us and encouraging us, and also the Superintendent for being a great support in making this event happen today. The chairwoman has always been a strong advocate of education. As a mother loves her children, mother's concerns are always about the education of their children, and that's why this event is so near and dear to our hearts. This past September, we had a webinar has been discussed. In this webinar, the Senator brought to call all of those who understand the great gap that we have right now, the digital divide that is happening here in the state of Connecticut. That call to action really brought us all together. And in this day and age, this year that we have had such a chaotic year in so many different aspects of our lives, and the world seems to have turned upside down, and people are left with the question, what should I do? The chairwoman asked, how can the WeLoveU Foundation help? That is why today it is a great honor to be part of this initiative in which we're helping to close the homework gap. Even though many houses are now being provided with computers, we need to make sure that we have a one-to-one solution. Even though one computer is inside the house, what is a household supposed to do when they have 2 and 3 students inside the same household? So even though the state of Connecticut had made great strides under the leadership of the senator and the governor and the superintendent, we still have a lot of work to do. That is why we're eager to continue this partnership with the senator's office and with the superintendent, making sure that we can bring a solution soon to this great problem, not to only solve what is happening today, but more so for the future of our state and the future of our country. Once again, we'd like to thank everyone who participated, the Hartford Public Education System, everyone that we've had the pleasure of working with for making this possibility happen today. We thank you all for joining. Even though it's cold, as the senator said, let us continue to warm each other up, helping those who need it. Thank you very much.
Well said, Mr. Casas. And I'd like to once again thank our speakers, Ms. Lisa, Dr. Torres Rodriguez, and Senator Blumenthal. The International WeLoveU Foundation is sincerely grateful for this opportunity to connect with the Hartford Public Schools and the state of Connecticut in such a meaningful way. I believe this is just the beginning of building a beautiful relationship. I'd also like to thank all of our guests, most of whom are online. We'll be posting pictures from today's event, so be sure to visit the website and connect with us through social media at WeLoveUusa.org. That's WeLoveU, the letter U, USA.org. And for our final message, I'd like to say to everyone, we love you. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for coming out.
We want you to know